God frees. Chapter 28. After a few weeks of class, Chris started getting into it. He'd lean forward in his chair to watch the videos. He'd be the first to talk during the discussion. One week, however, a couple of guys from his gang showed up in prison. They were separated into different pods, so decided to use my class, the Authentic Manhood 33 series, as a place of contact. The first 5 minutes were okay. I let them talk as I walked around the room, greeting the men and shaking their hands. Eventually I said, "Okay guys, time for the DVD." Most nights they'd all quiet down, but Chris and his crew kept talking. I took a deep breath, tried to settle myself, but I could feel a touch of the old automatic rising into my chest. Calmly, I raised the volume on the TV. On the screen, the soundbar went up and up, but they only grew louder with it. My muscles tightened, my fist clenched. Finally, I lost it. "Hey," I barked, "keep it down. You're being very disrespectful." It wasn't what I said as much as how I said it. For a moment, I was ready to throw down with all three of them, but they grew quiet, and I sat back, angry more with myself than anyone. I had been working on my temper, and it had frustrated me to have lost it again. When it was time for the discussion, Chris participated, but his new friends sat silently. They leaned back, arms crossed, eyeballing me. It made the rest of the class tense. I knew if one of them came at me, the other two, including Chris, would have to follow. Things would turn ugly for everyone. But the discussion ended and nothing had happened. All three of the men left without any trouble. Next week, Chris came back alone. After greeting him, I asked, "Where are your friends?" Another man behind me shouted, "You hollered last week and scared them." About that, I shook my head. I shouldn't have lost my temper. Chris said, "Dennis, don't think twice about it. As soon as you spoke up, I knew we were wrong." I appreciated that, but when the class had gathered, I felt like I had to say something. "Listen," I said, "I know from experience that nobody is guaranteed the next breath. A couple years ago, my aorta blew out when I was putting on my socks. This might be it. This next hour, this moment. Tonight, any one of you could be walking back to your pod and drop over dead." I had their attention. Right here might be the only chance you have to know Jesus, your only chance to give your life to Jesus. And if you don't, because a couple guys have some catching up to do. I shook my head. I can't allow that to happen because this is life or death. It really is. Now, I should have done it without anger. That's on me, and I'm sorry about that. But what we are doing here is life or death.